What? Some fancy do-good and happy gravicals. All right, I got a special guest act. Some fabulous English buggers. My dying bride. It's been aeons. Best melody. It's gonna be a little quiet. Enjoy. See. It's actually just some of the most amazing stuff I've ever come in contact with. It doesn't get any better than extremely violent, heavy doom metal. This is what we're bringing you. Your river. My dying bride. Oh, he even got the graphics done. Isn't this gorgeous? The audio is supposed to be terrible. It's supposed to be 400 hertz. Enjoy! after this, but we have got a serious bit of delay. So good. So powerful. Here it comes. Which way? Hold me. Say yourself. Which way do you go? Show me the middle. To me. Now, that completely emphasizes one thing and one thing alone. That amazing doom metal will always prevail, but wow. Hey. Can't get it to take off. But 500 hertz. That was really about 530. Awful. Hey. Hi. Hello. Take me to your leader. We're gonna need you guys to board the spacecraft immediately. It's absolutely necessary that you do that. Can you, really? Is it, Bob, we're gonna need you guys. Karen, come on, Karen. Don't delay. Don't delay. Oh my God. Earth, universe, error. It's pretty awesome. So, you have just been delighted. You've witnessed what is level check. 400 to 630 hertz. Hellacious, all the way up to 800. About that range. Somewhere in there is a big, huge band of frequencies. Really between 400 and 800 hertz. Study your low mids. They're dangerous. You know this is dangerous? Software. The goddamn Bobby! Well, I can tell you one thing. That the Black Box Syndicate is alive and well. And we'd love for you to join us in some sort of fiasco of sorts. I don't really know if... Oh, we may have lost the graphic. Does it not exist? Does it not get... Does it not got... Does it not... Do not go anywhere near grammar. Well, here, we'll get rid of that. See that? But this was what we were trying. This there you go. This. Maybe it'll show you. No, not a single pixel. Yeah. But, that's a little better. That is. The Black Box Syndicate, coming to a theater near you. So what have you guys been up to? What's been going on? And name that band. It is my dying bride. Oh, my dying bride. Here they are again. You can have it. Now this is an actual. Let me see. Oh gosh. You're needing. But you can find them on your own. If you're out there, you've probably seen them on tour, like many of us have. Ooh, I like that. So that ends up being the background. It's stalling. I thought we had it set to just run indefinitely. Now I'm totally confused. Let's see. Properties. And then it will be automatic slideshow. Pause when not visible. Always play, even when not visible. Okie dokie. Boom. Oh, we gotta get that out of there. It's still fucking artifacties. Okay, so that's happening in real time. I totally got distracted by the 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 distracted by where are the bosses that we are looking for? Where are? No. Come here. Go, dang it. I kid you not, I was once on a TV show called Wipeout. Big red balls, mud-covered idiots. $51,000 maximum total cash prize for your ass, for your entire human being self, for every bit of your actual worth. Did you think it was feasible that you were going to walk on set today? Hey, Mr. Sound Guy and Lighting Guy. Hey, where's the prop department? Oh, there is no props? Hey, why are there huge 5-gallon buckets of Astroglide? What are those people doing? What are we gonna do? And how are we gonna stop all this bullshit? There's only one way to fucking find out! And that's to like and subscribe. That's what I was trying to do this the whole time. So we did, but we didn't, but we did, but we didn't. So anyway, talking about the TV show Wipeout, and we had a big buffer underrun, or an overrun. Run, daddy, run. I can tell you the latency is awful. So, once upon a do-good and hippie, I'm going to keep the eyes red and black. In case it doesn't really matter. I think matter is the matter at this point. Why worry about the you gotta give it a little bit of voltage. Whoa. Impressive. Oh, wow. Compression. Seriously, some of the best art. These melodies. They're all Beethoven. All completely ripped off by Beethoven. I've broken the pixels. As usual, we've broken the pixels. So we're talking about Wipeout before I got distracted by the Ooh, the inability to process data. Totally enabled. Disabled? Well, that's pretty fucking funny. Oh, YouTube, I forgot now when you say funkin', F-U-N-K. It's like when your mother goes, what did you say? And you go, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, bot, space, Facebook, states, Florida, unions, oh my gosh, Boston, California. Massachusetts is actually the state Boston is in. What? Anyway, back to the fucking F-U-N-K, funking! Now, the algorithm will hear F. This darn TV show may have shown me how to be horrified by human beings. There is nothing more ridiculous than seeing a golf cart drive by with a woman, young, your age, like 19 to 24, whatever you're supposed to say, like 17 to 21 or 18 to 21, or she was an itty bitty baby girl. I was only a few years older. Maybe it was a decade. I don't ever want to consider that I've gotten older. But yes, you think you've lived. You have not lived until you've heard a person screaming all out bloody murder. Infeasibly ridiculous. Total bloodbath. I'm talking. She was carrying her right leg basically in her lap. It was still attached. I don't know how. You put your leg up, like one of those things, nonchalantly. They broke her leg, and another guy actually perished. He died. They killed an entire guy. A whole guy. A dude. Hey, buddy. Died. And I will never... Oh, I don't even think we got... What? Man. I've never seen such RAM required. We've half of 128 gigabytes of RAM. Half of 128 gigabytes of RAM. We're still having major resource allocation errors. Buffer over under run. I'm just going to make a 64-page layered sandwich of Jesus Christ looks like me. Hey, pseudoscience theology, go away. I would say go to hell, but that's more fictitious practice. Is more ill to communicate. More like why the Beastie Boys wrote some of the best records ever on earth is to make sure that I get locked out of the studio. So I have to do a through and through in the wall. So like I was saying, it's October 15th, 2009. I'm on location. I'm actually at a physical filming location for a multi-million-dollar idiot box performance show. Some idiocracy in its finest final form. I mean, this is like an example of where we're going to be in a few years when we get to two high-level Running Man. And once you're a TV viewer, oh wait, it just happened in football the other day. And one of the best theories that I've heard in eons is that the Buffalo Bills player completely... Guys, I didn't change that. Did you? But Hamlin... I would be wearing a cloak and being a dragon and making sure the all-seeing eye and the Illuminati and the Masons and, Go Worshipful Master are always, being dismantled, brought together. Some variation of, oh my goodness. But as I channel through these, that's a pretty good one there. I like that. We'll just use that. It'll be my bonnet. Is it just going to flicker ever so slightly? It should be moving some pixels. Now that is some serious depth work. I really don't care. But this is going to be like an example of a 50-part series where every girlfriend that I ever had that makes me say the word like too often can like kiss my arse, my bum. But we're all gonna stop and have a smoke. Revel in the simple fact that out there on this planet, there's actually 5-gallon buckets of sexual lubricant. Of actual Astroglide. How is it getting in there that hot? You're blowing your guys' heads off. Let's see, where's trying to get that guy. No matter what we do, we're gonna set off every 9 is what? Yeah, level wars. That's negative 45, but I mean, that's still very... Well, anyway, now I can yell at you guys. I'm going to make something loop indefinitely. I think it's going to be this. Oh, man. This is funny stuff to talk over. I mean, this may be some of the worst, best crap that was ever manufactured by human beings. No? Yeah. Oh, it's still like, ay. It's Cyndi Lauper. So anyway, the point. If you're ever looking for flippin' trouble, I got just the right thing for you. Action television. A little bit of the teeny tiny bits. It's actually eyes are reasonably delightful. Now I'm just looking around getting sidetracked. Wow. I'm just gonna find distracting music and not tell you guys a story. So, as this fades in, surely to Christ. Alright, maybe it's gonna stay there. Now I'm just seriously getting distracted by the melodies. The year was 2009. It was my first broadcast television. Prime time, extraordinarily excessive, over the top, could have got my ass kicked, broken, or handed to me by a freaking corpse breaker. No, but seriously, it was ridiculous. It was actually horrifying. They at some point had me on a 5-story conveyor belt, like a meat tossing, trajectory producing. Don't go too far, you break your legs. Don't go too short, you break your back. Try to hit the middle of this thing because we do not want you to die. Frank Beasley, they said these words to me, to my face, in front of 4 to 8, at times 12 different idiots who were holding cameras and doing other things. But the most ridiculous thing is the devices they had full control of. Full absolute control. Let me see if I can fix this so it's a color source. I think that'll do it. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Hi guys. Watch, I gotta go, so I'm gonna bounce over here. Do we have to? No, we don't. It should just pop back up, but I'm incapable of monitoring Windows. Okay, there you go. Boom. Gotta go. And we're back. Maybe not. And we're gone. It takes about 300 milliseconds for the light to get to the source and for it to key. Can you believe we had a nice bit of what the crap? Why is this not doing its job? God dang, user error. Absolute silence, no background music for you guys. I mean, it's when I first realized that most of the lyrics, for an example, not poetry, not actual literature, just simply song lyrics, they give you all of the advice. They tell you every just simple thing that you think you know, but you do not. And I was 35 before I realized that I was 35, before I realized that women really rule this world and the men create war for and against them. It's the true harmony of control and failure. It's the art of war personified by the bullshit we conduct as men, but I would really love to imagine some of the capacitance of some of these very powerful entities. My mother, my grandmother, these people are same woman. My mother is my grandmother is my mother. Ma. I've never met anyone else like her, and it's not because she's my mother. It's just because I've looked for people to work with that are like her, and the few very awesome variations that I've found have been amazing. Just amazing! I'm gonna get you there at 0. Make sure you're awake. Make sure you're awake! Just, I think we've crashed the primary again. Yep. You kind of gonna lock it in and hope that it sustains for the duration. But why I just jumped into the dimension of that is we were doing some kind of nonsense for no other good reason except to do it, and it came up, and I could not believe that people didn't realize that it was legitimately dangerous, and I feel horrible for any of the people that lost their lives or had severe injuries occur, because it is watching Hamlin return on the field like a gladiator who probably had a soul out-of-body experience. I mean, I just truly can't imagine. I wonder if we're getting those little artifacts on the vidya. I mean, I really can't imagine. There's none more godly than a full contact martial artist, any gender, any of them. But tonight brought to you in part by Doom Metal. For me, if I'm sad, it'll make me really happy, and if I'm happy, it'll make me glad that I'm happy. But it's really to each his own. It is a very preferred method. Some people would call it worse than mumble rap. I can assure you it is probably the same in all grand schemes of things. Just when you think you have a clue, you do not. And unless you're 90 or 80 or even 70 or 60 or like I am, looking for some really legitimate answers. And if you need the Church of just kidding. Ask one to be one. The Mason lodges are pretty neat. The lodges are neat. I'm still, on the fence with any kind of organized, but you've got to have somewhere to go on Saturdays to make barbecue. And that's here. We have private events. I'm way down in the south. Usually we're up in the Queens Expressway in a Dodge Ram van somewhere stealing voltage with our hamster team that just do a fantastic job. But we'll get those flyers out soon. But back to Wipeout. The point of this 57-minute jibber jabber is to bring you My Dying Bride, Anathema, and some Paradise Lost, which we'll save for another episode. But if you've been out there and you've been helping me get there, we are saving the world one frequency at a time. It is absolutely imperative that the Black Box Syndicate gets your support. Find our Patreon. Subscribe. All kinds of special packages. We've got kitty cats and dogs sending pictures. We've got bots doing all kinds of stuff. I am so bad at implementing bot tech, but they exist, and I'd rather them screw up trying. I sent 2 dot texts today to a client yesterday. I got an angry message back from, I'll say it, from a certain famous guitar player of a very legendary band. He is a douchebag. You know who you are. And voice to text with an AI confirmation over the air with an air gap, so you have to wait. Oh, it's neat. It's neat. It's getting totally out of control, though. I can tell you that the future is not set. Everything we all saw in Terminator 1, 2, and 17, I think there was a gap there. But gonna get wild. Better living through biochemical engineering. RoboCop version 1.0 was released very recently in San Francisco. We went to visit and thankfully didn't have any close proximity. He was actually, from what we were told, in for a BIOS update. But to see the almighty My Dying Bride still reign supreme in their field, in their class, and just together as a team. Maybe there's some new members, but it's hard to retain all of the goodness that is a rock and roll band. One of the things that would have helped me when I was younger is sativa. This is a manufactured, meaning one of my girlfriends or boyfriends really sweetly made this. Brother or sister rolled this. This was actually from Stephanie. But look at it. It's beautiful. You can't really see the type. But if you had told me, boom, when I was 16, we'll take the car for a seed of cannabis, it would have saved me a lot of suffering. I'm high-strung, hyper, over the top. There are multiple doctors that I have talked to. They're like, nah, you're perfectly fine. And then I've talked to some evil doctors who are like, you need to be strapped to a chair and, beat the cattle prod. And I can say that the research has been genuinely eye-opening for 25 years now to see the pseudoscience and theology in most medical implements and applications. Medical equipment from Siemens is not like it was data-driven, unlike it used to be, where it was mechanically an operative, a device to do a function. Now, functions are housed by devices, where it's just a storage medium and some voltage to move some data around, and a very secure environment for a basic software application to go from point A to point B through a tunnel, which is, any kind of medium at this point. Really, there is no air gap unless you are just really good at your game. We are, you aren't, who is, I don't know. Are we the Black Box Syndicate? Yes. But it reminds you to listen to some My Dying Bride. And find, in the Christmas nuggets, find yourself downloading Reaper.fm. The most versatile doll you will ever come across. It is a doll baby. That is Mixer Man. And if you notice, just a beautiful SSL type package. We're going to give you guys the full Wipeout story. That's a teaser. The 5-gallon bucket. I'm going to give you play-by-play. We'll watch it. We'll talk about it. We'll give a whole lowdown. Every one of your kids out there, I mean, by the time they're old enough, they're just going to be shooting at them with buckshot. But this sativa would have kept all of my bands that were like My Dying Bride or Anathema, very heavy, progressive thinking bands, where I could have had a nice big toke of sativa prior to starting the set. And then when my idiot guitar player would go, hey, you're an idiot, and I'd go, nuh-uh, he'd go, uh-huh, and I'd go, nuh-uh, and then that was the end. At least none of us never actually killed each other. Here we are, but it was pretty close. Right off the mouth. Ooh, third time's a charm. Gone forever. Hang on. Ooh. So if you're into just learning how to do some awesome music, learning how to do some awesome martial arts, and learning how to do some awesome production, Reaper will facilitate that. The reason why I mentioned Wipeout is probably how you've heard about this environment. And what we are really trying to get done here is people to gather, an environment for people to come together now. But that is enough WB in the background. That's a little better. I am really enjoying the process. All right, children, I'm going to roll you guys out with some anathema, and I'm going to tell you that I was deducing the 5 gallons of Astroglide. I was like, full-on Michio Kaku mathematician. I had literally started deducing variables. I was creating an algorithm. We were going to have some fractal geometry happening because there was 32 5-gallon buckets, 16 by 16. It was obscene, and somebody came running up, one of the giant super soakers, looked at me like, get out of the way, please. Filled it, went running off. I followed them, of course. And what they were doing is unspeakable. It was nothing perverse or out of the ballpark of reason. It did not possess anything of a non-child friendly. We're landing on the balls of your feet. It could have been beneath them or under them or around them or just being sprayed into them while you were running, jumping, landing, being hit like a baseball by a giant sweeper arm that weighed 4,000 pounds on each end. The whirling they made caused a little bit of fear. The swimming towards the fire. This was like American Gladiators, but without any safety nets and without anybody else. The obstacle was the gladiator. Super Mario Brothers Death Machine. God died. Fucking guy died. Fucking crazy. If you don't like what you see here, get the funk out. We will try to foresee you. Get the funk out. Extreme Porno Graffiti 2, 1987. I believe Geffen Records. It may be album. It may have been somewhere in the early 90s, but I'm pretty sure it was 87, if not 86. Please excuse me, I had a bug in my nasopharynx. I really not capable of operating internets. Oh, cure your internet of things devices. Yep, I was 2 years off because it was absolutely August 7th, 1990. I would have gotten my copy in 92, 13. I traded, if you knew what I traded, a Guns N' Roses, a Use Your Illusion 1 CD. I still have Use Your Illusion 2. It's only double disc I had to buy again, or a 2-disc set. And I can't remember. It was Lord Tracy, Piranha. This is a song about a fish. And fish are bad. Do they get it on the good? It really reminds me of why these noises. Well, I always hide the timer when I'm doing these little runs into the 47 minutes of deep dive, seconds in. It is, I believe, sometime in the future. For us, it is 10:10 p.m. on the 25th January. You guys on the East Coast, a little bit after 1:20. I'll give you an extra 10 minutes. 1:11 East Coast Standard Time. I had to cheat. Some math in my head. can just rattle it off like Adam Carolla. This is Adam Carolla. It's time for Love Lines, and we're going to be here all night. We're going to be talking to you about your sex, dating, and relationships. If you have any problems, call us at 1-800-9LV-191, 1-800-9LV-191. Oh, God. You are a douchebag, Adam Carolla, but I love you. I've caught so much hell for being one of your fans since the very, very beginning. It's basically a very reasonably... All right, that is enough of this. Hey, you guys, say goodnight, Gracie, and more about Wipeout later. And here's some rollout music. Just some of the best stuff you'll ever hear if you love the Doom. It's been always a delight to gather the frequencies in our mind, in our body, and our souls together. You guys are some super awesome human beings. Probably aliens, probably otherworldlies, probably even some of those Illuminati out there in the glitch in the mail trucks. Be sure to like and subscribe. On the way out, be sure not to let the door hit you on the way out. Say goodnight, Gracie. Goodnight, Gracie. And one last thing. The universe exists. Everything's gonna be A-okay. And we are saving the world one frequency at a time. Let's take a deep breath in through our noses. Hold it. And ready to exhale out through your mouth. One more time. Hold it. Yeah, hold it. Tochine sanchi goro kosichi achiku anjuri chini sachi. Kochi achiku. Inchini sa. Oh, her voice is angelic. This reminds me exactly of the first time I ever fell in love with a woman. Lisa Williams. God, she was freaking cute. We were like, I don't know, little. We're gonna do it, guys. This is going to be the beginning. Not the Great Reset. This will be when we can find ourselves together. Together. Formed by the fire. Great is of the ashes. Full bands like Anathema, who we're going to let ride for a little bit. So good. It's a little treat for you guys, in case you're sleepless out there. in the end, there's a little harmony guitar that just comes nowhere. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night, Gracie. Alright. Gets none more awesome than carnivore. Find yourself some typo negative. And make sure you avoid any and all toll roads. Here on the internet, a digital superhighway is capable of bringing you the most challenging of sorts, the most high-level levels of bullshit, stuff you can't even absolute total malarkey. But here at the Heavy Metal Happy Hour of Power with Force Frank of Nature Beasley, you get a nurturing, high-level bit of love like when Randy Macho Man Savage used to exist. He was so high on God only knows what super drugs, he could easily snap out of one of your Slim Jims and break your little neck. Snap your fingers, snap your neck. But yes, it's an absolute delight to share. Primitive forces. We are the ones that watch the two who will break, the evil four who will never divide, the great eight who breed the 16 who become our future process. We are the light. We are the douchebag contra force. And we are Chotomate Nihongo desu. Wow, we have totally lost during this entire sesh. I would love to make sure that you guys catch us on the flip side. Watch out for those TV shows. They're a little crappa. Bo-do-bo-bo-bo-bo-do. Where's the, there you go. Alright, you guys, we're gonna, see if we can get the slap in there.